Hello, my name is Akita Carrier Aurora. Thank you for joining me at Spirit Prescriptions. This is the June Venation reading for Scorpio. Scorpio, I pulled these for you last night. I did the recording. The reading was excellent, and then I realized it did not record. But the cards were so good, I said, you know what? The day is done, and now I will rest and I will do it tomorrow. So it's a brand new day, and we're starting off with Scorpio. Perfect sign, the sign of death and rebirth. And that's exactly what I had to do, as well as I had to surrender. So, Scorpio, I already shuffled your cards. So, definitely last night I had to surrender to the process of finishing the tapings. And I just had to accept that, you know what, I'm going to have to tape this tomorrow. I didn't know why my phone all of a sudden started to not record, but that's what happens when we trust all that is happening around us, that when things don't work out, we just say, you know what, must be a reason why I'm not supposed to be doing this right now, or whatever it is that's happening that I thought was supposed to happen, it's actually not happening right now. So just surrender, have that trust, and know that everything will work out in divine order and divine timing. So let's get into it, Scorpio. You had some wonderful, beautiful cards, and your month, your June, you are definitely rejuvenating and coming into full bloom this month, and you have to make some decisions. As I was just having a conversation with a lovely Scorpio friend of mine, and definitely some decisions need to be made because this is a month of initiation for you. And what does that really mean, being initiated? Being initiated means having full trust and answering the calls when we hear them. That inner voice saying, hey, it's time to go. We answer those calls. So, deep healing, reconnection with the all, right? So, as you flow through this month, Scorpio, know that everything that you have been trying to manifest, everything that you have been releasing, everything that you have been calling in, all of those things are actually at your fingertips and at the door of opportunity. Where you are standing now is truly in that place where you must open the door, walk through it, and do the work. It's truly having that knowledge that now is the time for me um to be who I'm trying to be, who I'm telling myself to be, right? And part of that process of manifestation and truly stepping into our abundance and flowing abundantly is knowing when to surrender, because balance is not always doing. Balance is a combination of stillness, and doing, as well as knowing when to say yes, when to say no, when to give, when to receive, when to do, and when to be still, right? And that surrendering it could also be a stillness in action, but it means that, I know that I'm not working alone, and that I trust the benevolence are all around me and within me. I trust my guides, I trust my ancestors, I trust the angels, I trust God, I trust the universe, whatever name you give to the invisible realm and all that is within it. You trust that they are walking side by side with you. They are hearing your calls. They are hearing you in prayer. They are hearing you in meditation. And those things that you are initiating from deep within you are now here for you to go through an outside initiation, right? So it's like the moment where our intention becomes an outer experience. Our intention walks us to the point of initiation. And when our intentions are met, we have to walk through those doors of initiation to truly be in the now of where we're at. And that's why this whole season, this whole month, I am calling it rejuvenation, the season of coming into full bloom, because at some point the flower must open up. At some point, the fruit must bear. And that is where we are at now. We're no longer planting the seed. We're no longer watering the seeds or putting the seeds in the ground and watering. There's a season for all things. And we are in the season of coming into full bloom. That means we are here, it is now, and it's time to act, time to do the work. So choices have to be made. Do we want to remain in the past, or do we want to be in the future right now, today? And when I say be in the future, be in our future selves. So that whole process of surrendering is very important, because sometimes if we keep on moving, we don't actually even understand and notice what we are receiving. It's releasing misaligned energies and returning to our truth, surrendering, no longer walking in the false story. And the false story could just be the past, the story that you were living last year. So you're releasing that, because last year is not serving you, or who you were last year wasn't serving you. What you were eating last year wasn't serving you. What you were doing last year wasn't serving you. The consciousness that you had last year, it's now time for you to upgrade that. Um, the limiting beliefs that you held last year, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, however long it is, or sometimes it's even just last week. But stepping into the truth of now, who you are now, who you want to become, who you want to be every single day when you wake up, the plans that you are manifesting with your nowness, all of that. There comes to a point where we have to just do the work and then surrender. And that surrendering implies a deep trust that, you know what, my work is done. I have an invisible team that is 100% in support of all of my desires and wishes. And I know they're coming from a good place and a place of empowerment. And I get to surrender and watch it flow back to me, because I have done that work. Energy is a flow. Whatever you put out, it's going to come back in. So you can just trust that. That's universal law. Nobody can change that. Whatever energy you're putting out, it is going to be returned to you. So if you're putting out this energy and the work and the action, and energy could be done in stillness. Again, when I say putting out the energy, that doesn't mean doing, doing, doing. Because if we always doing, we actually don't surrender. And a lot of people get caught up in not surrendering. And then what happens is we end up becoming in resistance to what is coming into us, because we're so stuck in the past that we don't actually realize that, hey, I can stop, I can let go of what I think is supposed to be happening, and truly surrender to receive fully what is happening. And what happens to a lot of people is that instead of surrendering, we get frustrated and we resist, because what we think is supposed to be happening is not happening, and we think, oh no, this must be wrong. So that is part of the initiation too, realizing that, hey, what I'm actually manifesting is coming into me, but there's a portion where I need to have deep trust and to surrender, because both the surrendering and the initiation require you having deep trust and faith, right? And this one is also saying about returning to your truth, right? Then we go into cosmic self, and the cosmic self card does not come out a lot. I was so excited when I saw this card last night, and I actually went into the book. I've done this is the sixth, seventh, eighth. This is the eighth house, Scorpio. I think this is the eighth reading that I've done, seventh or eighth, right? And um, this card hasn't come out. and this card does not come out very often. And I've read either the dragon card or the Akashic record card. Sorry, the activation card. But I was guided to read this last night, and I think that's why I ran out of space because I did the video for too long. But it's a rare. When I see this, it's rare. So I always get excited when this cosmic card comes out. And this talks about you being cosmic and staying confident, again, staying confident in your truth, right? So it's such a huge subject, you know. Scorpio, again, how we started this, you are the sign of death and rebirth, which you probably know, right? And this in this season of resetting and reawakening, we are actually called to allow a death and to allow a rebirthing of ourselves so that we can step into the new chapters and the new stories of our lives that we are writing, not based on a lot of the past, but purely based on now and what we want to intend for the future for ourselves as well as for humanity. A big part of that process is delayering and delayering our identities and coming into the fullness of who we are, delayering a lot of egoic deficiencies, delayering and deprogramming a lot of limiting beliefs, and also delayering a lot of our ego so that we can fully come into oneness with source, right? And wholeness of ourselves. So this cosmic self, and your numbers were 947 Scorpio. Those are also the numbers on your cards, 947. So part of this cosmic self journey is truly seeing yourself as the cosmic being, no longer just the physical being. And that is it's a lot of mind expansion. So Scorpios, you guys are being asked during this month and being initiated actually into this month. Um, Not just in knowing when to surrender and truly embracing and embodying that power of surrendering. It's a very beautiful energy of surrendering because you do the work. You the things pop up when you're not even focused on it. You're onto something else, and your manifestations come through your surrendering, through you taking your hands off of it. But part of that process is knowing that you are cosmic, knowing intuitively and grounding in that you are so a part of the whole picture and the universe and the galaxies. Like again, you're not playing small anymore. You're not a woman, you're not a man, you're not black, you're not white. You understand that you are a cosmic being that has been here for eons and eons and eons, that you have a team of ancestors, you have a team of angels, you have a team of higher self, you know, and all of this benevolence is around you and connects you into the universe, that you are whole, that there is no such thing as separation unless you separate yourself from being a cosmic being. So Scorpios, it's a grand expansion of how you see yourself and truly taking off, well, putting on your wings and truly taking off your brakes and breaking yourself out of the smallness that you might be seeing yourself in and truly connecting to your cosmic being. So that is a huge initiation, Scorpio, okay? It's a huge initiation. The card says you are cosmic. Stay confident in your truth. Again, look at the 666 reading too, because the 666 reading talked about truly no more living those false stories and seeing ourselves as small and truly in that northern direction, us ascending and ascending into our higher selves and that higher identity, and actually having that, remember that inner counsel, go back to the 666 reading, having that authority changed. So no longer looking outside of ourselves, because we understand truly who we are and the power and the capability and the magnificence that we hold. All of us hold this, but Scorpios, you're truly being initiated into this during this month of June. It's a beautiful process, beautiful process. Um, and how do you do it? You go it with your dragon, and you get a source dragon, of course, because you're now connecting into the fullness of who you are. There's no longer any separation. I was listening to something today, and they were talking about the Taoist. I think it's a Taoist spirituality, and they was talking about how in that spirituality there is no separation. Everything is inseparable. And basically, like, that's how certain cultures are set up, that use that spirituality. And when he said inseparable, I said to myself, aha, that's it right there. That's the cosmic self. The cosmic self knows that they are inseparable with everything around them. It's no longer black or white, woman or man, up or down. You know, you see yourself in everything, and you see source in everything, and you know that you are an integral part of source. You know, so there's all there's all, everything's connected, right? So yeah, it's a huge initiation. It's also a huge surrendering, trusting that your higher self, your ancestors, your angels, the ascended masters, all the benevolence within and around you is working with you along with you to get all of your wishes and desires manifested. So you do not have to do everything yourself. And that's a huge moment and realization in life to behold. Because we worry about so much stuff that we don't control. That's what that serenity prayer is truly speaking to, is surrendering. So say the serenity prayer, Scorpios. During this month, you might have to use, and out of all of the things, I say that so much to people. Say the serenity prayer. Remember the serenity prayer, because yeah, it is the power of surrendering. Help me to accept the things I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. Part of that is, okay, I'm surrendering in this moment to allow the things that I can't change, but my higher self and the universe and my other cosmic buddies can help me with. Yeah, let me surrender. Let me sit down so that they can step in. It's beautiful to behold. It truly is. Okay, so we have the Source Dragon, and Scorpio, your activation is your Akashic records. Again, this initiation of going into your own Akashic records and seeing who you truly are and connecting those dots, leading you all the way back to you realizing, hey, I am cosmic, right? I am galactic. I'm just not a citizen of a country. I'm just not a sex. I'm just not a race. I am beyond all of that. And I'm that too, but I'm cosmic, right? And when we give ourselves that cosmic identity, when we start to tap into our cosmic self, there's no stopping us, and there's definitely no turning back, right? Everything starts to unfold. You truly step in to your new cycle of life when you access and allow this connection of yourself and your cosmic self. And you do that through the inner work, right? And clearing out the shadows and releasing the density, so all of this cosmic energy within you can really be activated. Tapping into your Akashic record and clearing out the density to allow the cosmic being to be rebirthed within you, right? So I'm going to read this came out, this dragon, source dragon, also came out for Virgos. Sorry, for Libra. So if you want to get this reading, you can go into the Libra um, reading and get this information for the source dragon. It tunes you to the infinite, which is your cosmic self. Because remember, we are eternal beings. Our souls are eternal, and our soul carries all of the information from our different lifespans and reincarnations. So when we tap into our Akashic record, we are receiving, sorry, when we tap into our Akashic record, we are tapping into that information, that energy of our cosmic beings, and we're from our cosmic being to ourself now. So you pick up some of that information. You started as cosmic, right now you're human, but the human being and the human is the doing part, the being is the still part, and that's why there's always this combination of doing and being. So the human does, but the being is the stillness, the cosmic being, right? The meditation, the becoming, right? So there's in our humanness, human being, right? Anyway, so you'll tap into your Akashic record to really see who you are beyond your physicality right now. So I'm gonna read the Akashic record one. Yeah. So that you guys, and the Akashic one says clearing out stories, releasing past lives, and freedom. Like I said, when you tap into your cosmic self, there is no turning back. You are free. Once you connect into your identity, it's another identity, but it's such a freeing identity because it releases you from the, oh, what I want to say, the limitations and the limiting beliefs of who you are as an individual and all that you encompass. You truly see the wholeness of who you are. Um, I can't remember which other reading it came out into. I think it was, I can't remember, but I would, if you Scorpios are not familiar with your galactic astrology or galactic signature, I would definitely tap into that at this point to get that information so you can see who you are. My galactic signature is yellow magnetic star, so that truly gives me an idea of my cosmic self. And yeah, all that is, right? 13moon.org, 13 moon calendar, galactic signature. You can Google it. You can get all that information. Find out who your cosmic self is, who your galactic energy, what that is for you. Akashic records. And the Akashic record is clearing old stories, releasing past lives, and freedom. Scorpio. Akasha is a Sanskrit word that means ether or sky based. And as explained above, the Akashic records are a compendium of universal events, experiences, and lifetimes held in the spiritual realms. It is also described as the indestructible tablets of the astral light. We can visit the Akashic records in dreams, visions, and meditations. When we are transported or guided to connect with them, we are being given the opportunity to take an inventory of our life and all of the events that have taken place in it and to gain information on lifetimes past. Connect. Ask your angels and guides to direct you to the energy of the Akashic records. If you are feeling stuck or unsure, ask the records to reveal to you any essential soul lessons or information so that you can fulfill your purpose during this lifetime. Now, I would say this, if you go on the internet, you're going to definitely see people that can help you to get into your Akashic records. I have never had an Akashic record done, but at that same time when I started getting into shamanism, I tapped into my own Akashic record and I received information. That information has held true for me. I had to, over the years, I understand the information that I received. And I'm saying this because, Scorpios again, know thyself. Scorpio is one of my rising signs. Um, I think every Scorpio has the capability of tapping into their own Akashic record. And I would challenge, I mean, you are going through an initiation, Scorpio. I would challenge you, Scorpios, that have not accessed your Akashic record to really sit in some stillness and bring forth your Akashic record and see what information is revealed to you as opposed to going to somebody else. And then if that doesn't work, then hey, go get it. Go pay for it. Go get that information. Your message is when you draw this card, the universe is releasing you from past experiences. These can be soul based memories, fears from previous lifetimes, or older aspects of this current lifetime that you have moved on from. Know that this is the time to reclaim your freedom. Rejuvenation, full bloom season, Scorpios, go reclaim it. And rewrite your story. You can do this by following through on your dreams. Gone are the days of fear-based indecision. This is the time to rise up and claim your truth. Scorpio, that message is literally on basically all of the cards. Deep trust, deep healing, reconnection with all. That's you. Release misaligned energies, retune to your truth. You are cosmic beings. Stay confident in your truth. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. Attunes you to the infinite. So, Scorpio, do you get the message? Gone are the days of fear-based indecision. It is time to rise up and claim your truth. If you are sitting on a dream or are feeling called to move in a particular direction, it's because you have unearthed an important soul lesson. And it is essential for you to follow that call to clear unwanted energies of your past. As you do so, don't allow yourself to be pulled into expecting the worst possible outcomes. Know that this expectation is not your truth, but all energy being released from your energy body. Call in angels to shine their light on any repressed fears, energies, or stories that are no longer serving you. It's time to fly in freedom. Ashe. Scorpio, go do your thing. Whatever it is that you have been thinking of, that you've been working on it, you know it. It's just time to do it. The only thing you need to know is that it is time right now to act on it. Don't let that old story, that old record, thinking that, okay, if I do this, it's just going to work out like how it worked out before. Or I'm not going to do this because I keep on trying, and every time I try something new, this happens. Like, crush that, crush that, crush that. Do not stay in that. This is not going to happen now because it didn't happen before. Let all of those outcomes, that because we project outcomes, so don't project the outcome. Trust again. Remember, this is deep trust for you. Deep trust, moment of deep trust. Trust that what you are thinking of doing, contemplating, that is putting you on the right path. That's, it's good. You can go for it. And that what will happen is what you intend or something better. I used to tell myself that a lot. What's going to happen is my intention is going to happen or something better. There's no chance that something that I don't like is going to happen, because everything that happens to my life is going to be what I intend, which is a great thing, or something better. There's no going down. And I've been telling myself that for a couple of years now, okay? So do that, when you're thinking, oh no, this is not going to work, tell yourself, you know what? Yes, it is going to work. It's going to work how I intend it to work or better than I intended to work. So I don't have to be stuck in my fear with this. I can move forward. All right, Scorpio, go do it and have a wonderful June. Bloom.